How's it going, everyone? Just a quick little thing that I want to talk about before the actual episode and reaction begins. So yes, this is going to be a reaction to both episode 6 and episode 7. Thing is, episode 6 was recorded like 2 months ago, and episode 7 was recorded like about a week ago. So, yeah. I don't know if there's gonna be like a quality drop between the two episode reactions. I don't know, but just wanted to let you guys know that yes, you know, there's like a big time difference between these two reactions that I'm kind of joining in together in this episode reaction, because episode 6 and episode 7 complements each other really well. And yes, as always, you know, if you want to watch the full reaction to both episode 6 and episode 7, they're both individually available in the description below. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoy my reaction to both episode 6 and 7. Yeah. We are gonna meet him.
エルです。
この5人が現在の
まあもし私がキラだったら死んでますよ、八神宗一郎さん。
They did. Yeah, that's the point.
携帯やノートパソコン、その他の通信機器は電源を切ってそちらのテーブルにお願いします。
エル、我々が携帯を通話状態にして外に流すとでも。
No, but just, you know, safety precautions, right? It's a chessboard, I just noticed it.
メモなどは一切取らずに頭の中に入れてください。
Very informal, if I may add. Else it's like how I would sit at home.
キラは幼稚で負けず嫌いだ。
We're gonna see his perspective on this whole dilemma, I guess.
悪人を出さなければ罪の軽いもの、罪のないものでも殺す。全世界の人間が人質だ。
Yeah, I could totally see that happening.
そして12月27日、
FBI 捜査官全員に彼らの顔と名前の入ったファイル
Oh
を
wow.
殺すことに成功。
Going back and forth between them while talking essentially about the same thing kind of shows that Light and L are like in the same wavelength, just in opposite sides.
12月19日から27日、僕が一番動いたのはここだ。
この間に今分かっているだけで23人が死ん。
Oh, I love this back and forth going on here.
あと一つ何か決定的なものがあれば。
何か一つでも穴があったら、何か一つ新事実が出てきた。
Again, love the back and forth between the two. It's like two sides of the same coin. Ah, there she is.
お父さん、着替えもなしに徹夜してるのよ。届けてあげなきゃ。
友達と初詣の約束してるの。
僕が行くよ。気分転換に。
ラッキー、お兄ちゃんサンキュー。
お、1ページ持っていくのか。
Just in case as well.
最近外に出るときはいつもこうしてるよ。
Yeah, it's a smart move.
レイは確かに新宿に行くと言っていた。
This is the wild card.
偶然なんかじゃない。キラは心臓麻痺以外でも人を殺せる。
She's figuring it out. Oh my god, is he gonna meet?
どうしても捜査本部の方に
He
直
is.
接お話ししたいんです。
He's gonna step in,
じゃあもう一度本部に電話してみますから。
trying to divert it.
すみません。
Some trust.
去年ライト君の助言で解決した保険金殺人事件。
Ah, that small little information is going to be heard from her.
僕の父はキラ事件の本部長ですから、もしよければ取り次ぎましょうか。携帯切ってるみたいなので、今すぐとはいきません。
Ooh.
目を見ればわかります。賢明で慎重な人です。FBI の事件。
That stare, dude.
僕の携帯を通して話す分には
Somehow listening to Light's innocent voice is making me more creeped out. There's something uncanny about it. Like, it feels fake. But that's the point, right? Because that's not the real light.
一応お名前を聞かせてもらえますか？僕は八神ライト。夜の神に月と書いてライトと読ませるんです。変わってるでしょ？
牧翔子です。間、樹木の向こうで照らすに子供の子です。
Maki Shoko.
多分まだ誰も
I don't think Light's gonna kill her.
このことを前提
I think Light's gonna use her.
その人はもうこの世にいません。日本に入った FBI 捜査官の一人でしたから。
Light's gonna piece it together.
キラに会った FBI 捜査。
The realization.
彼は私のフィアンセでもあったんです。偶然バスジャックに巻き込まれたと言っていましたが。どうしました？
What's your move?
フィアンセを亡くされていたなんて。
God, every time Light learns a face or a name of a character that has a lot of screen time, makes me fucking scared for their lives. Like, it's tenseful, that's for sure.
そしてそのバスジャック犯の死は事故によるもの。つまり平野殺しの方法は心臓麻痺だけではない。
Love the little camera perspective change. That face that Light is making.
バスジャック犯の死に方が心臓麻痺でない。だからキラが心臓麻痺以外でも殺せると。
はい。
キラはもうすぐ捕まるでしょう。なぜならあなたのフィアンセがバスの中で ID を見せた相手がキラなんですから。危ないところだったな。この女が僕より先に警察に話していたら。
Love that they're contrasting the red and blue. That was a good episode. Alright, episode 6 of Death Note. First of all, we finally meet L in person. Absolutely love his mannerisms. Kind of like a complete opposite of Light, but that is the case, right? As I've said earlier in the episode. Like, they're like two sides of the same coin. Where, and it's crazy because Light is portrayed as this more like, I don't want to say like formal, but like someone who is more, someone who is more formal when it comes to doing his stuff. He is more, I guess, there's a certain classiness to it. L, on the other hand, showcases something that is more, showcases mannerism that is more childish, which is weird because from like personality wise, Light is the one who is technically speaking more childish than L, but from a mannerism perspective, L is someone who is more is someone who is more like childish. Like, this is something that a child would do. Sitting like this on a sofa, that's something that a child would do. That is something that it's not formal. It's very much a lifestyle where you don't really care about formalities. You're just living the moment. And it's the kind of vibe that I'm getting with L, but with the same amount of intelligence that Light has. So it's fun to see him. It's fun to actually see him interact with other people. And I love the the dynamic between him and the police crew members there. Like, should we trust him? Should we not trust him? I also love the fact that the table is in a pattern of a black and white chessboard. I mean, it's pretty obvious what it's trying to symbolize, but it's just a way to say, hey, the game has already begun. love the back and forth between L and Light, pretty much trying to describe and explain the same thing, but from their own perspective. But all of it connects, it all makes sense. It's like, again, like I said, that the two of them are on like the same wavelength. The only difference is they are on opposite sides. I mean, Light is the protagonist. And since Light is the protagonist of the show, it would make sense for me to say that L is the antagonist. But I would also say that I don't want to call L an antagonist because he has his own perspective and moral view in life that isn't antagonistic. If anything, L is the one who is supposed to be the protagonist if Death Note is just a normal show and a normal story, but it is not. It's the polar opposite. We're telling the story from the perspective of someone who is the murderer. So it's gonna be really interesting, and it's gonna be really fun to see how these two will actually clash with one another. Again, love the sequence between them cutting back and forth, still explaining the same thing. Really cool stuff, really fun stuff. Now, before I talk about more about Maki, I just want to expand upon what I was saying earlier. Portraying Light in this innocent way creeps me out, because that is not Light. It's so fake, and that's the point. It's to showcase that if Light is actually being innocent, doesn't seem real to me. It doesn't seem natural, because it's not. That's not his true nature. So I think they've done a pretty good job at evoking that sense of eeriness when it comes to Light actually trying to be innocent. Alright, Maki. This is the wild card. This is the third party that is unpredictable to me. We know that Light and L are against each other. We know that storyline is gonna clash sooner or later. But Maki is the outside force right now that is unpredictable, because we don't know how she is going to end up. Like with everybody else, like let's say with Mr. Yagami, the Light's father. I mean, we know he is aligned with L, so we can kind of deduce where that storyline is gonna go. But for Maki, I honestly don't know where she is gonna go, because as of right now, she has more information that could benefit L and his party, but at the same time, unfortunately for her, she gets to meet Light first. And now it's a matter of what Light is gonna do with her, because now Light already knows her name and her face. Light already has her at gunpoint at this point, right? All he has to do is just write her name, and then she dies. Problem solved. But that's not what happened. At least that's not how I am interpreting what is happening towards the end. I feel like Light is actually now has a pawn that she can use, that he can use. Now it's about trying to divert Maki away from L and his father. Because once Maki reaches them, it's practically game over. Like that small little information that she has may be the key for L to figure out what the fuck is actually going on. So for Light to come into contact with her first is good for him, but again, it's dangerous for her, because as an audience we know she is in danger right now. Everybody that Light has seen and know of is practically in danger. Light can easily just write their names and then they all die. It's only a matter of how and when it's going to happen. This is tough. This is tough. Well, hope you all enjoyed my reaction and little discussion there for episode 6 of Death Note. If you do, again, hit the like, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you all, I guess, next week for episode 7. Take care, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are finally continuing Death Note after a few months, but it is what it is. But we are back. We're gonna be watching Death Note episode 7. I haven't really watched Death Note again after my previous recording session, which was episode 6, and that was like more than a few months ago. So I probably should have rewatched Death Note because I don't think I remember much. But what I do remember is last episode, which was episode 6, we end with Light meeting with what was her name? Ray Penber's girlfriend, Maki Shoko, and the two of them meet, and then from their encounter, it seems like Light finally got a hold of her name, which is bad. But knowing Light, he's probably going to be using it to his advantage, right? We still don't know what Light's gonna do to her, but we do know that she is out for revenge. She is looking for this supposed killer, and it's going to be disruptive, not just for Light, but also for a lot of people. Because right now we have Light playing as God, and then we have his father and the team, the police team who is helping L, and now we are also having this third party in Maki Shoko, who is like the former FBI agent, you know. She has the skills, right? And now she's probably going to be using it again. So I don't know what's gonna happen next. All I do know is it seems like the plot has been really kicking off this past few episodes. Anyways, I have I have episode 7 up and ready to go. If this is your first time watching, as always, there's gonna be 2 versions of this video. You are watching the reaction highlight version right now, but if you want the full reaction, there is a link in the description for a timer-based reaction where you can just sync up your own copy of Death Note with the timer. So if you want to watch the full episode with me, you can do that. Also, if you want to watch the next episode, you can get that on early access on Patreon. So if you want to support me, that's the way to go as well. And as always, if you do enjoy the reaction, hit the like, subscribe as always. And without any further ado, let's watch Death Note episode 7. We still haven't seen her yet. I'm curious to know who she is, because it feels like from the opening, it's like a very significant character, especially the way Light is acting towards her. It'll be bad for you. Yep.
あなたの話をもう一度よく検証してみたんですが、早くその線で調べてみるべきだと思えてきて。
本当ですか？
はい。この話はまだ誰にも。
I feel like noticing this. I will say, I feel like both of these characters are doing a pretty solid job in containing their true selves. Like, we know Light is putting up front right now, and knowing that she used to be an FBI agent, He wrote in the Death Note, didn't he?
何がそんなにおかしい？
Yeah, why is he laughing? Interesting. Why is he laughing?
一人一人に尋問するようなことをして申し訳ありませんでした。
Bro, I just had this What if that's not her real name? She is a former FBI agent. If anything, she knows not to give out real names. Because I doubt that for story purposes, she would be introduced and then just killed off.
その件はもしよければ僕が伝えておきますよ。
Dude.
いえ、できれば自分で話そうと思っています。
And this ominous music too?
早く伝えるべきだと思いましたし。
And the way she looks?
あと10秒で1時15分。
She's not gonna die, is she? She's not gonna die. I'm calling it. She's not gonna die.
死に急げ。
The setup is here. She's not gonna die. That's not her real name.
きっとキラは捕まりますよね。
え？
Yeah, yep. Oh my god. Oh my god. She's looking at him funny.
おかしい。
Is she onto him?
死因に自殺と書くだけで有効なのは犯罪者でテスト済みだ。そう書くだけで時間通りに首を吊って死んだ。死の状況もこの範囲なら操れることは何回も検証してきた。
And yet she's still alive. Yeah, totally not her name. She is a former FBI agent. Ah.
あの格好だと渡りですと言わんばかりですし、
Mm-hmm.
このホテルに龍崎がいるとバレてしまいますので、皆さんの新しい警察手帳です。新しい？
What's so special about him?
リュウクの目には女の本当の名前が見えている。それであんな笑い方を。
Oh, that's right. That's right. You can see the names on top of them, and they can he can see when they actually die and stuff. Yeah. Forgot about that.
電話がかかってくるだけでアウトだ。どうする？
Hmm.
何を考えてるんだ僕は。
The minute something doesn't fall into his hands, it all comes crumbling down.
どこかに免許証や身分証明書になるものは絶対に持っている。
Look at how desperate he is.
いざとなったら力ずくで。
Hey.
いっそ人気のないところで。
Whoa.
どこへ？
Nice shot.
どういう理由で連れて行く？この警戒心の。
I mean, the CG is definitely dated, but nice shot regardless.
ライト、いつでも目の取引はできるからな。
Again, I feel like he's not gonna do it until like the second half, or at least at the very end of this show.
はい。
まだあなたも警察庁にいようが、あとは一人で大丈夫ですから。
わかりました。
You can see his expression changes. Like he was putting a front of being kind before. Now he's being serious about it.
このベルトを皆さんにつけていただきます。
Oh?
バックルに通信機が埋め込まれています。
Ah.
そしてバックルを2回押すと、私の携帯が鳴ります。
Clever.
あのバスにキラが乗っていた可能性があるという推測と、レイペンバーの尾行の担当からすぐに僕に容疑がかかる。
おい、行っちまうぞ。いいのか？
This music.
5分以内で名前を知る方法を。
I don't think he's not gonna get the name in 5 minutes, but you know, knowing life, maybe.
こうなったら
お、どうすんだ？
はい。
実はまだ言ってなかったことがあって。
Let's see your play.
今は不自然じゃないようにこの女が食いつきやすそうな会話を続け、その中から名前を聞き出す。僕ならできる。
どういうことなんですか？
You're playing with a former FBI agent. This is gonna be tough.
操作している人間が一般人にも分かるような体制では、あなたのフィアンセを襲った悲劇と同じことが起こってしまう。本部に誰もいないと言われたんです。
なぜそんなに詳しく知ってらっしゃるんですか？
この女案外鋭いぜ。
仕方ない。
Oh,
話しましょう。
that small little animation on his eyes.
今、捜査本部の指揮は L が取っています。
はい、私もそう思っています。
Which isn't wrong.
本部の人員不足に困っていた。キラを恐れ、皆辞めていったからです。
Which isn't wrong as well.
好きな時に捜査本部に出入りし、自由に捜査することを認められています。つまり、今本部にいる者は信用ができ、その能力を認められた少数の選ばれた人間だけの捜査集団なんです。
Trust.
わかりました。でもやはり念のため本部に行こうと思います。ありがとうございました。
ああ、そういえば今警察庁の本部は？
今は誰もいません。
それはまずい。
はい、ここからならすぐ着きます。
マキさん、待ってください。L に会うなんて不可能です。無理ですよ。
Now you're pushing into it.
私も2年前にアメリカのある事件で L の下で働いたことがあるんです。私も FBI の捜査官でしたから。
これだ。これを利用するんだ。
この事件は私なりに警察も捜査本部の人すらも疑ってかかるべきだ。
I love this back and forth with the dialogue. Like, we know Light is lying, but the way he constructs the lies to make it seem like it's believable, and the fact that we don't know for sure if she is also telling the truth, or sprinkled some lies in there as well. This is great.
正直に言います。あなたには L に似たもの。
一緒に捜査しませんか？
え？
あなたも捜査本部の一員になりませんか？もちろん誰でもいいわけじゃない。そう、あなたのような人。
Bro.
元 FBI 捜査官というキャリアがあり、その資質は現役の捜査官以上だ。
Okay, this is nuts.
捜査本部に入る条件はしっかりした身分証明と今捜査本部にいる者の推薦、そして L の許可だけです。まだお若くてお綺麗な方だ。こんな危険な捜査には。
いえ、私には捨てるものは何もありません。
Hmm.
キラを捕まえたい。
Roping her in.
一緒に捜査させてください。実はさっき名乗った名前、
The music.
本当の名前ではないんです。ごめんなさい。日本の免許証でよろしいですか？
はい。間に合った。
なぜそんなに時計を気になさってるんですか？
ああ、これはですね、キラだから。
My heart is sinking right now. Oh wow, what a visual shot. Well, there goes all of my theories and predictions. This fucking show. 7 episodes in, and they decided to pull something like that. That's insane. Well, yeah. And I was having like a really fun theory and prediction and shit, and then Definitely just said, nope. Fuck your theory, she's dead. God. Great episode. Great episode. This episode really... The thing about this episode is about trust, right? So... we are contrasting the scenes between Kira and what was her name? Naomi? Misuna and Naomi or something like that? Misora Naomi. Naomi? Whatever. But this was such a great shot. Great visuals, by the way. But yeah, the contrast between Light and Naomi's conversation with Elle and the police department's conversation, right? Two of them are essentially talking about trust, right? With Elle, he is trusting these new police. Elle is basically trusting these new policemen to be part of his mini organization, and then we have this between Light and Naomi, trusting, you know, whether or not to trust each other, or to the point of giving their names, and I kind of like that. I kind of like the difference between the two, and kind of like basically showing that again, Light and Elle are in a way two people of the same coin. They have like their own vision of justice, but the way they are executing these things are like, you know, obviously different, right? But where do I start with this episode? I guess the only thing I can talk about is how great the direction is, especially in this moment. The moment when she decided to give her driver's license, and basically telling him her real name, and then the snow starts to drop. My heart just sank. Like the realization is like slowly coming to me, and I'm like, no, and then it happened. The music starts swelling up. We see their facial expressions, and then the line delivery from Light saying, "I'm Kira desu." Woo! This part, that is one of the best name reveals I've seen lately. And I love how her like animation on her face, her hair, everything, like this slowly shriveling up, like despair and the realization that, oh shit, I fucked up. Yeah, this entire sequence is great. And then she decides to, well, accepts her fate. and walks away. God, these facial expressions. And the crazy thing about this, which I didn't really comment on this first, is this moment right here. When the snow starts, I forgot his name. I don't even remember if we were given a name for this person. I feel like we did in like an episode or two ago, but because of the snow, he decided to use an umbrella, right? He takes it up, and because he took the umbrella up, the umbrella obscures his vision of Light and Miss Naomi. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? He could have seen this happening. He could have looked at this. Like, he could have looked at their faces and go, holy shit. But in a cruel, twisted fate, it seems destiny and fate is on Light's side, because yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Fuck, what a great episode. And this entire episode is just basically building up to her name reveal. And it's playing with me because we don't know whether or not Light is going to succeed or not. And you know from my reaction, like for the longest time I thought, nah, she's not gonna give out her name. We just got introduced to this character like an episode ago. Come on. They're not gonna kill her off like that immediately after introducing her. Come on, that's not how things go. Nope. Fuck all of you. She's dead. Time is up. And this entire build up of them just walking, having this slow conversation, and then seeing Light kind of turning up his brain, like basically like thinking up ways, picking out the words, thinking, okay, how do I like convince her to give out her name? Like, if this was a video game, alright, if this was a video game, you, the player, are essentially like choosing, you need to be like perfectly choosing the correct multiple choices in your like dialogue prompt, right? Because like one wrong dialogue and then the whole scene just shatters. And Light did the impossible by basically saying, yeah, he played his cards well. He lured her in to the point where she decides to trust him and give out her name. What a great episode. What a great episode. A part of me was kinda sad and disappointed that she died this early on in the story. Like, I've been making theories like she's gonna be like this third player and whatever, but a part of me is also glad that she died, because this is basically confirmation that, yeah, you cannot predict a lot in this story. Anything can happen. Everybody can die sooner or later. Like, you cannot really predict Light in ways of like how he's going to be playing with his victims, which is crazy, and also goes to show how much of a fucking psychopath that Light really is. But then again, he is playing God, and we shall see how much this is going to be. We shall see how much this is going to be basically change his character, because we are 7 episodes into this show. We have like what, 36, 37 episodes in total. 37, yeah. We still have like 30 more episodes after this. So I'm really curious and keen to see how Light is going to be developed later on. Because right now he is portrayed as this ruthless killer, in a sense that, yeah, he doesn't really care much. If he can kill people, he will kill people. But he is doing it for his own goals, which is to basically make a better world, right? It's a just vision, but killing people? Debatable. But what I am curious to see is that right now he is just killing people who are strangers to him, essentially, right? Like, he doesn't really know her. He doesn't really know Ray Penber. He doesn't really know most of these criminals. But what happens later on, right? What happens when L and his team of police people, of police detectives, investigators, finally caught up to him? What's gonna happen next? What's gonna happen if his father figures it out, right? Is Light going to stay this ruthless killer and kill his own father if the need arrives? We don't know yet. But the thought of it scares me a bit, especially on, you know, Light's development as a character in the future. And the fact that they brought up again the contract between Light and Ryuk, essentially saying, hey, you know, this entire process can be easy if you can just shake my hand and we can just give you this superpower where you can see all of, you know, people's real name. It is easy. The offer is still on the table. It's just the fact. It's just the question of how long is Light going to hold off on that offer, right? Because he is gonna do it regardless. He is going to do it inevitably. That I am fairly certain is going to happen. It's only a matter of when and how and why. My current prediction still stands. I feel like Light is going to be taking up on that offer the moment he gave up on figuring out L's true name. That's my prediction right now. It's always been my prediction since the minute they introduced that element of the story, and I still stand by it. Light has to use that ability because he fails to find L's true name. But again, the fact that they killed off a character that I thought is gonna be sticking around for the next couple of episodes is also making me doubt about that prediction. But either way, I'm still looking forward to it. And that is Death Note episode 7. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. If you do enjoy this reaction, hit the like and subscribe as always. Again, if you want to watch the full episode, there is a full-length timer-based reaction link in the description below. Also, if you want to watch the next episode, you can get it on early access over at Patreon. Links are also in the description below. And with that being said, thank you all so much, and I will see you all next week. Take care, guys.